All right. I'm currently trying to figure out why my music isn't playing. It keeps playing like a second, and then it doesn't continue. Yeah, it's playing like a few seconds of each song. Oh, and I've got my own stream open, it looks like. Maybe that's the problem. Come on. Maybe my stream is eating up all my bandwidth. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm trying out Spotify Premium just so I can try this music. Yeah, what's going on? Why is it playing just a couple of seconds of each song? What is going on? And it's playing 1 second of each song and then going to the next one. Maybe if I download the Spotify desktop app. Is there a desktop app? I assume. So far, I'm not impressed. This is my first few seconds of having Spotify Premium, and I can't get it to play a song. So, all right. Okay. Why is my voice so quiet? Or at least it looks quiet on the meter anyway. I don't know, maybe it's not as quiet as it looks on the meter. Oh. Hey, here we go. That's not playing just a few seconds. Finally. You have to let me know if the music is too loud. All right, finally. Can actually get into it. So what I'm wanting to do here is I'm slowly porting across my church website from well, it was Laravel 6. I have migrated the old website all the way up to Laravel 8. But now I'm completely redoing it. And I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. And the main reason being that at work, we have a Laravel website. And there's a migration that's necessary to migrate to Vue 3. And eventually in this migration, I want to go from not only just from Vue 3, but I also eventually want to move to inertia. And the reason I want to move to inertia is because the employees we have are getting more and more familiar with Vue, because one of the applications that we develop is developed on a Vue 3 framework. And so it seems a little bit silly to split resources between JavaScript people and PHP people if we can just do the website in JavaScript, and everybody can continue doing what they're doing. They can keep learning, they can keep making progress. So I'm going ahead and trying that in my church website. I did also try my church website as a Livewire site, and I have to say, like, if I was just developing a site solely for personal use without any other needs or aspects, I probably would use Livewire. It may not be as MVC as it should be, but if you're just having to slap something up real quick and you don't have to worry about it being still usable in 5-10 years, if you plan on just incrementally upgrading it, it might be a good solution. All right, we got our coffee, we got our site, we got VS Code, we are good to go. What is not saved here? I don't remember making any changes in this file. All right. Apparently I was just messing around in there. Okay, so what have we done so far? So far, if we look at the actual website, let's see, a test. All right, so this is the previous website. The previous website was created using Bootstrap, and there's no JavaScript whatsoever. The new site, I want to include JavaScript for a couple of reasons. Like I said before, I want to learn the technology, but also I want to add a little bit of interactivity in this site. I've gone with Jetstream because I actually want to include a logged in section of the website where people can do things like find out if they're on for the communion meditation for the week, or find out if they're down to do music, or maybe put prayer requests up there where they're not generally available to the public, but where church people could go and see these kind of things. So you can see that I have pretty well mocked up the home page. I've changed it just a little bit, and I've still got an issue where this footer is not sticking to the bottom of the page, and that's just a little bit of layout that I just haven't figured out yet. I'm sure a little bit more tweaking and I can get that working. So let's do that. And I'll go ahead and do this searching. I've been trying a few different things to I've gone through this particular Medium article a few times trying to get this footer to stick to the bottom. In Bootstrap, I just would have used the sticky bottom class. It's pretty easy, but with Tailwind, I need to know a little bit more. So let's keep looking into this. So they've got a footer, and I've done all these steps already. See, they're giving padding, full width, text center, border gray, all these things. So you can see they've set height full, and that's the first thing I did. So actually that's the changes that I was doing last time I was on here. So in the app.blade, this is in the blade file, I went ahead and got to the head, and I gave it a class h full. All right, And the body is right here, MX Auto P8. The body, H screen. We've got flex. Flex call is what I've used. Flex 1. Max auto P8. This is what he's done. Actually, he doesn't even have flex. He just has flex 1. I wonder if this is an older version of Tailwind. That's not exactly the result I was expecting. So what does he have on the body class? Ah, here we go. Okay. So on the body class, these are what we need. Flex, flex call, H full. And then in the actual content section, he's got flex 1 MX auto P8. So if I go to my welcome content, this is essentially my my body section right here. So let's try giving it flex 1 MX auto P8. I'll play with that padding later, but let's go ahead and try that. Okay. And then on the footer, these are the things that we have to put on the footer. So here's my footer here. And let's see if we have any luck. Doesn't look like we have any luck. Did I save this? Yep, I did save this. This is still angry with me because it's wanting me to have one root element, which was something that you needed in view 2. It's not needed in view 3, but my linter thinks that it is. So just so that I don't see that ugly red line, I'll put it in a div. It's not necessary, but okay. So that's not really working. So I think what I want to do is I have this compiling in the background, but I've closed that window that had it compiling long ago. So I'm going to go ahead and open a new terminal shell, and I'm actually going to shut down my containers and then bring them back up so I can watch the build. Alright, so what did I do last? I brought my containers up, and let's go ahead and get into them. And let's get into new app and yarn watch bold. So everything built. Alright, so it didn't work. And I don't really know what in here that I've done incorrectly. Alright, let's try this guy's code pin. Yep, so he has a flex for the entirety of the page. Flex call, H screen. Okay. I want to take some of this stuff out of here. I definitely don't like it being on HTML, so glad to remove that. And I really would rather do it all inside of this welcome view. So let's treat this as my outermost div. And we'll say flex call H screen. We have our nav, which is kind of like our header. What does our content have to have? Let's see, padding 4, background gray, 400. That's, yep, has nothing to do with it. So the main class has flex grow. Let's try that. This right here is the section that I want to grow. So let's see, flex grow. And that should be all I need. But it doesn't seem to work. Interesting. Okay. You guys can't see this on the stream. Let me show you though. Let's see. How can I do this? So right now I'm using the Brave browser, and that's the one that I was doing this mock-up in. Now, if I switch that Brave browser to Firefox, you can see exactly what we want is happening here. We've got the footer sticking to the bottom. So why isn't that happening in Brave? Alright, so that's working. So why is it not working in Brave? Let me open up Edge and test in Edge as well. And I'll see if it's just a Brave issue. Okay, it is just a Brave issue. Although I've got a different weird issue in Edge. That is very strange. Alright, so I think I'm going to use Edge for my testing. Brave seems to have some strangeness, and it's not a very popular browser, so I don't really want to depend on it necessarily. So let's switch to that in OBS. I'll switch over to Edge. Where are you, Edge? There you are. Alright. Okay, we'll continue this in Edge. Alright, so we've got our footer sticking to the bottom, which is fantastic. We've got everything else looking, you know, pretty similar to the original site. It's ever so slightly different. There, on the old site, there was a schedule, and I do want to look into that, but that's for another day because I actually want to create a calendar on this website that can be edited. So let's go to another page. Let's go to the About page. Okay, so the About page has a bunch of information about what the church believes, and it has these little, um, what do you call this? It's an accordion menu to show these different things. But that was done so that we could keep the page to a good size without making it huge. But I'm not really a big fan of accordion menus, so maybe there's a better way we can do that. Maybe we could have tabs. Maybe a tabbed interface might be nicer. Yeah, let's go with that. So we have our welcome page. Now we want to have an about page. So let's go ahead and create that. Under here, new file, about.view. And what do we need? What do we need? We're going to need all these other things. Oh, that's a friend of mine calling. I'm going to have to mute. Well, unfortunately, that concludes my stream. I have a friend who his car won't start, and so I've got to go get him. Anyway, well, that was anticlimactic and unfortunate, but if there's anybody watching, see you.